Okay, welcome back to Studio Stockholm. Hi, Anders and Marcus. What we want to do next is we want to officially release a new product. As you already heard, Light My Way, Jonas mentioned it, Magnus mentioned it. If you go to the next slide. So the overall portfolio, some of the brands you might know, we have the red products, Carver, QCheck, and XCompare, very much related to CATIA. We will learn more about this in the 3D track and the engineering efficiency track. My PLM value tools and integration framework, where we support customers to optimize their installation, their rollout, and also their performance, integrate to other systems. And then we have collaboration solutions. Long term, we have already Light 3D, which is supporting lightweight formats. And also there we have a product to release, actually, TECHNIA Exchange Hub, a hub to integrate suppliers, to enable better supplier collaboration. Also about this, we will learn much more in the afternoon. And we heard from Arla just a minute ago a lot about the TVC, the value components, where we adapt with out-of-the-box solutions, 3D experience to customer requirements in a very, very pragmatic way, with also what Jonas said, little cost of ownership. What we also want to release or want to talk to you about today is Light My Way. It's like TECHNIA Exchange Hub, TX. It's a new product. Both are supposed to run more and more on the cloud. It's also interesting that we move our portfolio here towards the cloud. And the principle of Light My Way is, I think, very interesting as such, as it's an in-app web-based application that supports the user, that guides the user. So even without 3D experience, I think it's already a very interesting concept to bring the support, the education of the user right into the web application. And of course, now with Light My Way, we are able to do this right in 3D experience. And the product owner, Anders Axelsson, will give us an introduction to the product and cut the tape to officially release it today, right?
Yeah. Since a few weeks back, Light My Way is here, a new TECHNIA product that I'm super excited about, and I hope to get you as excited about it in about 10 minutes. It's the digital adoption solution for 3DEXPERIENCE platform. So what is a digital adoption solution? It's kind of a, you can see it as a layer that is put between the user and the platform, where you can guide him through all the complex processes that are in there, right in this layer. This is not a new invention from TECHNIA. It's actually identified as a new emerging type of software by Gartner, and they predict a huge growth within the coming years here. So there's a lot of brands already out there. You might recognize WhatFix, WalkMe, UserLane. There are a lot of brands. So why Light My Way? We have customers that have tried this out. They have run projects with these, but they have failed. It's not really adapted to the quirks and special behaviors of the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. Little background for those of you who joined the PLM Innovation Forum 2 years back at Såstaholm outside of Stockholm. We presented something we called the process guides. It was a component basically installed on 3DEXPERIENCE that you would configure. It would evaluate backend on your data to present instructions in the UI. So you can see already here there was some type of front-end component guiding the user directly in the app. But at the end of the day, you didn't seem to be too impressed with this. And some of you liked it, but the overall feedback was not that great. So we did our homework, and 1 year later, we presented this solution, a fully front-end evaluated solution. We called it Counselor at the moment, and the feedback was really something. It was very clear. So almost 2/3 of you thought that this was at least very relevant. Some of you even thought it was critical. So with that as a background, the decision was made in Q1 2020 to be 1 out of 3 new products from TECHNIA. And we already have 3 paying customers, so it had really taken off well. Got a really good start here, and we have a lot of ongoing discussions. So I can really tell that this is a product that will have a great future. So why should you be interested? Okay, it's probably the same, or it's the same values as why do you train your users? Is to get them productive and accepting the system, basically. So by guiding the user directly in the application, it would be much more efficient. You would find the right click the first time, less searching in offline documentation or wasting time being offline in training. Also, people tend to not like what they don't understand. So with the proper guidance, you would kind of get over that hurdle and win some users over. When it comes to cost, I think you will be able to support a bigger user community with a smaller support team. Less cases will go to support. It will be covered directly in the app. I think you will also put less users and spend less time in creating trainings and static offline user documentation with good in-app guidance. Back a little bit to the technical solution. So this layer that you put between the user and the platform, it is state sensitive. So it kind of understands 3DEXPERIENCE. So it can detect the state of the app. And this allows you to put the right instruction at the right time for the user. So if you are on a part in review state and one specific tab is active, you can put the right instruction for that particular state to the user. And this means we can even support more complex processes, like the change process, for instance, that spans over multiple users, multiple pages, multiple days, maybe weeks, and you can just pick it up at the right moment and resume at any time. One really interesting thing about it as well is that the actual recording takes place in this layer as well. So the guy who knows how to use the platform, he can record it himself. You don't have to kind of transfer this knowledge to some developer somewhere that have to deploy it, but he can just point and click and record it himself. Also, with this layer, you're up and running in no time. So we have it on Chrome Store. You can just install it and connect to the library somewhere with all the guides, and you're up and running. So in no time we can support cloud solutions. You're not dependent either to normal deployments. You don't have to wait until the next deployment window to get something out. You can just do it directly. When it comes to positioning, this is a generic software. So it will work with any web-based application, but it's with 3DEXPERIENCE, TECHNIA have the deep knowledge. We know this, and this is where we will find our unique position on the market. And it will have an overlap, maybe replace these areas. User documentation, you would probably do less of it. E-learnings might be obsolete, classroom trainings. I'm not sure if we will replace it fully or you will do less. Support, I think definitely there will be less support, and users would find their help directly in the app instead. So let's go into demo. How does it look? So here is the user view of Light My Way. You can see the blue little callouts there is Light My Way, guiding the user in how to create the part. You can see as I enter the values here, Light My Way will just react to the state of the application and put the right instruction in front of me. So as I kind of checked out the name back and forward, it would just detect and guide me accordingly. That's kind of a simple process, but moving into the change process, this is much more complex. It's hundreds of steps. It's not the 1 minute thing. It will maybe be span over a week. So even that is supported here in a good way with Light My Way. So you can put the right instruction at the right time in this more complex process as well. Moving into the authoring role, this is how a person that knows how to use the platform can record guides to others. So just point and click in the UI, select from the suggested application state to tie this with, press save, and you're good to test it. You would find it here in the long list of different recordings. You can just move back over to the consumer tab and test drive it. So here you can see it's tied with the state that the history tab is not active. As I activate it, it will be removed. It's also tied with the in work state. So as I demote this object, it would disappear. Promoting it again, you would find it appear again. All right, I have 2 more minutes. So why should you get Light My Way right away? I think you already do support and training. You already have a budget, and it's just about using that money in a more efficient way. It's kind of clear values and a quick return of investment. I would say it's have higher impact than the money you spend on the traditional trainings or offline training material. You would be able to support more users with a smaller team. And also, I think it's not that scary jump. It's actually just sliding in nicely from the pool side. It's not a big investment initially. It's just a subscription. You can take it 1 year at a time. You don't install anything in your platform. It's kind of a small step to take. And also, it will make your 3DEXPERIENCE so easy. A 4-year-old can use it. So this is my son. He just get used to using a mouse basically, but still he can follow these blue callouts to run 3DEXPERIENCE. Go to the both. You would find more documentation there, videos, and drop an email. We will be happy to take a call with you on this new product. Thank you.
Thank you, Anders. Nice.
Yeah, Anders, thank you very much. Before we go to this agenda slide, maybe one question. When you implement a solution, you said it's not a scary jump. How is it maintained with future releases of 3DEXPERIENCE? I assume that we deliver a lot of presets for many processes already that will automatically come with new releases of 3DEXPERIENCE. How about the things that customers create themselves? Is it easy? it's maybe not possible to foresee, but is it easy to upgrade this to future releases of 3DEXPERIENCE then, all the stuff I did for my people?
Yeah, we will take care, so the core product will work with all 3DEXPERIENCE releases and future releases. Your recordings might be tied to a previous release and something might change, and then you simply go in, click edit, and kind of retie it with the new UI by point and click.
So it will not be gone, it will be a bit of work to kind of re-engage and make it work again.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And language support, is it something that we foresee that we also have international support for it?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And we have a nice, interesting, I didn't have time to demonstrate that, but we have a tag support allowing you to, in preferences, select the different tags that you are interested in. And you can use it for selecting the language you are interested in, or maybe your role, so you get the guides that are interesting for you as a user.
Great, thank you. With this, I think we have achieved our targets. We have also saved a little bit of time. Great. Let me now promote the next presentation. The team from AutoLiv, Romana, Ralph, and Eric will guide you through the next presentation. And also we see a few of us again in the panel discussion at the very end. Thank you very much. Studio Stockholm. See you later.
Thank you, Martin. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.